Welcome to season 2
of the Coco Lesa podcast.
It's real hip hop music from the soul, y'all.
From the soul. It always start with loving, don't it? That we always end up fighting, but we could fall off long as we get back to riding, homie. You the only one I see.
Ridiculous. We're keeping that in.
What's up, family?
What's
Hi,
going on,
guys.
everybody? Happy holidays to everybody.
Yes.
Merry Christmas. Merry belated Christmas, because this is coming out after Christmas.
Happy Yuletide.
You think we'd have been professional and made an announcement like that, or like, we'll be back after the holidays?
But no.
We actually meant to drop this
On
Christmas, but trying to get the episode recorded was insane. Just, I don't know, so many things popped up and we just didn't have a chance to get around to it.
Yeah.
But we hope everybody enjoyed the last episode.
Yes, the last one was on
The refugees in the Wakanda debate.
Yes.
We have a little girl who's trying to drink the last sips of the cup. That being said, Christmas having just passed, New Year's coming up, right? This episode is our Christmas episode. And we're going to keep it light. We're not going to be super debatey and heavy like we tend to be. We know that's kind of our lane. But just we're talking about traditions. You know what I mean? The things that we feel and enjoy about holidays. Something that we've heard a ton of people say this year and see online is it just doesn't feel like Christmas. It doesn't. Even you made that statement, yeah?
Well, this is my first Christmas here in America, so the only Christmases I've ever had have been summer Christmases where we spent them at the beach, but even Christmases in Australia for me were not Christmases for me because we were just so poor and we were like fair. 3 hours away from the beach, so who wanted to travel 3 hours to go to the beach?
That kind of sparks the question, like, what is Christmas? Like, I don't think, or what is Christmas for you? You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't think once in all the years that we were home, so say our 3 years of marriage so far, none of it ever really felt like Christmas for me. But because I don't care about holidays, that was never really a thing. Like, it wasn't something I thought about or cared about. Not to be trash, I just didn't want to have to go to family dinners.
Yeah, but it wasn't even like family dinner. So what we normally do in New Zealand is that we have like a family barbecue on Christmas. And everyone just comes, brings a plate, and then it's like you drink. It's like a drink up. Listen to music, that's it. And he didn't want to come to those.
No, not at all.
Well, it's just a little weird because, I don't know.
We have a complicated inter-family relationship with me and your family.
Yeah, and I feel like that's like the case for a lot of people.
It is. That's so common. There's this comedian I used to love, right? And his name was Christopher Titus. And he came from like a really wild, dysfunctional family, right? And I remember one of his last comedy specials, he talked about how that was the norm. And he was like, so all of you people who come from a happy two-family background, you're the minority. And he did like this crazy laugh, you know what I mean? But that is a lot of families where people just don't rock with their in-laws.
Yeah.
Whereas,
and not even just your in-laws, like you have
even in your own family.
Exactly.
Even in your own family, people that you don't necessarily want to be around or see or interact with. Yeah. So listen. So I'll say two things that this, for me, I think is the first time in my life I've ever really kind of hardcore felt a Christmas. And it's because we have all of these family traditions and things that we do. And I was always a part of them. But because I didn't have my own family, as in you guys, I didn't appreciate them. They didn't really mean anything, right?
Yeah.
And then being in Aotearoa, I never really wanted to do any of your family stuff. And so this is the first year that I've had the combination of all of my family traditions and having my own family. And now I appreciate Christmas more than I've ever appreciated because it's like all the things that I was missing, I finally have all at once. But this was also an extremely hard Christmas for you because you cried. I'm not to like throw you under the bus, but all the stuff that my family did for the girls made you miss your family, yeah?
Yeah. Well, I suppose so. This is my first Christmas without my family. We normally do like cemetery visits and stuff, so we weren't
Keeping
able
it Simon. Go ahead.
Yeah, so we weren't able to do that this year. But pretty much, yeah, like, the girls got a lot of gifts. Not that we bank on gifts for our
and
girls
it wasn't
at
anything
all.
we were looking for or expecting. Also, big shout out to my family. Love and appreciate you motherfuckers for getting them clothes and not toys.
Yeah,
Salute.
I really appreciate that.
Salute. So yeah, but the girls got lots and lots and lots of gifts and love. And the reason for that is because part of what we said is part of why we came is nobody ever got to meet them.
Yeah.
And so they have this big ass family that loves them endlessly that they never got to see or interact with. And so it wasn't anything that they wouldn't normally do, but they went hard because, you know, they still have presents they haven't got yet because one of my moms is super sick, so we didn't get to go there.
Yeah. But I think, like, the girls are at this age where they don't really understand what Christmas is. They don't really know what presents are, I guess. She, like, when we gave the gifts that her grandmothers gave to her, she wanted to play with the wrapping.
Yeah, she cared more about opening the wrapping and the paper than
the actual gift.
And this is an amazing place to be because we know and understand that this is not going to last forever.
Exactly.
So I think for me, I think as your kids get older, Christmas is more about them. But as they're younger, Christmas is more for us. Like, we enjoy the memories more than they enjoy the experience. Because it doesn't really mean anything to them. And so I think that's why this year hit me so tough, because it really made me appreciate our family, you know, and how far we've come and all the things that we built for ourselves. And that's been weird for us too, because even though we've been kind of in limbo because we left so much of our stability behind, we've also appreciated all the things that we built and established in our lives on our own.
But I think going forward, some traditions that I want to implement with our girls, like, I don't ever want Christmas to be a big thing in our house.
Like, not from a monetary perspective. Not about the presents or the gifts or who did what, yeah?
Not even, like, I feel like I just want Christmas to be surrounded by family and that's it. And not even, like, even if there were no gifts, I wouldn't care.
Yeah, who cares about the gifts? I think that's what all Christmas, New Year's, all holidays, that's what it's about for me. The family. I think the thing that matters most is the energy. The thing that matters, so this is another thing that was really big this holiday. Something I was more aware of than ever, because I've been there before and I see it a lot in other people, and something that a lot of people don't talk about or think about on the holidays: loneliness.
Yeah.
There's so much focus, right? It's like Valentine's Day. There's so much focus on being in a relationship and being in love, that the people that feel and suffer the worst from Valentine's Day are people that don't have anybody, right? And so Christmas and a lot of holidays are like that too, because there's such, even from a commercial perspective, if it's to make you spend money, there's tons of focus on family. Yeah. And so in my Merry Christmas,
for people who don't have.
Right. And so for my Merry Christmas on Facebook this year, I really sent my love and my heart out very sincerely to the people that don't have anybody. Because the thing that kind of made me notice it at first was the Chinese food place near our house that we go to is also a bar.
Yeah, it's a bar as well, which I found very weird at first.
And the 2 times that we've been in there recently, it's been Christmas parties.
Yeah.
And potlucks and gifts exchange. And it really just made me realize in a very tangible way, these are people that don't have anybody.
Yeah.
Like, their bar family is their family. And so they're not here because they love alcohol. They're here to not be alone. And I really felt that and started to think about all the people that are alone. And even people on the TL popped up and said how hard this season is for them because they don't have anyone. And I think that's one of the roughest parts for me of the holidays when I was younger. Either not having my own family, not having people to be with, you know, or having to be around when you're young, people that you don't necessarily want to be around or want to see. And so, yeah, no, I get that for people in a really big way. But your family is so big. Have you ever had to...
Yeah, I guess in Australia. I mean, but when you're not young, like our girls, like 2, 3, but when you're like 13, 14 years old, you want to be doing stuff for Christmas. You want to, like,
you don't necessarily maybe want to be around your family. Oh, our presents. Presents play a bigger part of that age.
You want gifts. maybe not your immediate family, but you do want to be with friends. You want to like, you want Christmas to be a thing at that age. And when I was that age, like, we were just poor. Like, we didn't have any money. So,
that's something else that people don't talk about. Like, how rough the holiday is for people that can't financially be there. You know, and that's I think that's something. I've never really been big on gift giving because I got stable in life as I got older, you know. The other thing is, for me, one of the things I was never into in terms of gift giving is when you love someone and you care about people, you're always doing nice things and celebrating them, depending on the quality of person you are. And I'm a person that gives freely, not to toot my own horn. You know, if I can do it, I'm going to do it. And so I think it's wrong to put an emphasis on one day. Like, if someone's taking care of me 24/7 all year round and always being there for me, but they didn't get me Christmas gifts, so I'm not happy with them. How shit does that make me as a person? You know what I mean? And yeah, I think something that used to be rough for my sisters is they used to be like, well, I don't have a family. And they'd be like, we got all of this shit for you to do and us to do together. And I'm like, and so it was hurtful for them too, but it was never like that. It was this.
Yeah, but I guess there are a lot of people, even people who have big families but still feel lonely.
Yeah, but that's
because they, I don't know, maybe
you don't just be okay. So the conversation that I have all the time is relatives versus family.
Yeah,
and just because you have a ton of relatives doesn't mean that any one of them is family to you.
Also, who wants to go to, like, especially for like ethnic families, like, who wants to go to your family gathering and like have your older parents bag on you, like,
right?
Like, oh, you gone fat this year, you look
things
fatter,
like that. Or I'd love to be around my favorite uncle that touched me that no one is kicked out of the family. Let's just pretend this didn't happen.
Yeah, you still not married. Like, it's like, who
There's
wants
so much
to be around that energy on a day that's supposed to be, you know, happy? And
right, there's so much toxicity that comes with these, and it can be rough because it's even our own siblings sometimes in certain settings. You know what I mean? Oh, you don't have this yet? Well, me and so and so have. You know, like, and I think something that's great is not just looking at the negative, but we looked at it in a very positive way, and we said, this is the environment that we want to create for our family. This is what we want the holidays to be like. This is how we want, you know?
Yeah, and we were talking about it, and if you don't, can I share what you were telling?
Go ahead.
You were saying,
I don't even remember. Go for it.
Oh no, you were like saying, so after we had our Christmas with the Jabazis and everyone and stuff, you were like, you know, when we get more stable and we have our land in Hawaii or wherever we're at, you want our home to be the home that people feel comfortable in. Our home to be the one where our daughter's friends are like, no, I want to go there because they make me feel safe.
Right, no, for sure. I think everybody has a version of that, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes if you're lucky, it's your family, but sometimes it's your friend's family. Everybody has that one home in their life that was the place they always wanted to be and always wanted to go to because they always felt good and safe there. I think one of the worst things and one of the worst types of loneliness is to be surrounded by people and still feel alone, you know? And so sometimes that's rough for people too, to only really feel that love or connection around the family of someone you're close to. And it's like, how do you feel more at home? It's rough feeling more at home with your friend's family than you do. But so
I feel like that's a good goal for us. Not even a goal, but like something I want for our Christmas tradition is to have, like,
to build that place of safety and love and community where our kids want to be and where their friends want to be and where our family wants to be. You know, I never want the kids or anybody else to feel like they have to spend Christmas with us. They have to get an obligation out of the way. That's one of the things that really messes up holidays and messes up a lot of situations. From a young age, I've always hated having to be emotionally responsible for adults.
My sister just came over and she was like, that's your house for me.
Which is dope. And we love
Which
you,
is
really
super
that.
dope.
But I lost. That was dope. I totally lost it. I forgot where I was. Go ahead. But I think everybody has a version of that, a place that was just really where they wanted to be, that they felt safe. So something that I've always hated was having to be emotionally responsible for adults, and that's one thing that makes holidays really rough, because someone else on the TL, it worked out for her, but it doesn't always work out for people. She had one thing that she wanted for her birthday, and she didn't get that because her family decided it would be more important to throw a family party and invite the entire family, And I think that's really rough when you're a kid and maybe you're not a monetary kid, you just want a book or something like that.
Yeah,
but your parents want you to get what they want for you. And then if that makes you sad, they're angry at you because you're ungrateful. Yeah. And you're not ungrateful. You got stuff forced on you that you didn't ask for. And so there's a lot of complexity. There's a lot of beauty and strength and love and joy and awesome stuff that goes into the holidays.
Yeah.
But there's also a lot of things that we don't talk about that come with the holidays that make them hard to navigate for people.
Mm-hmm. So when you, with your Spanish family, is Christmas much the same for you guys as your other side?
My Scottish family?
Yeah, your Scottish and your Filipino family.
No, it's different for everybody. So Christmas has been very different since my father passed with my Filipino family, because we have to love harder. Yeah. We have more ground to cover.
You know what I always loved about them though is that, like,
Filipinos in general, or my family?
No, like Charmaine and them is that for their Christmases and New Year's they always incorporate like their friends that are also their family.
Yeah.
And that's not really
because their home is that place.
Yeah, and that's not really something I see with like my Samoan family. It's strictly because our family. Like, right. We don't have any of.
Well, that is a lot of Pacifica culture, right? Because one of the things I said that was very true of the Pacific Northwest in Oregon was one of the things I was missing most after I left home, after I left Hawaii, is being around other islanders, right? And the reason that was so hard to do in Oregon is because if you weren't there with your family, then there was no one to hang out with, because everybody was there with their family.
Exactly.
And you don't just randomly get invited to other people's family shit, because it's not like you're welcome, come on in. It's, well, why aren't you with your family?
Yeah.
Why don't you, so yeah, that does make it harder on the holidays, because you can't randomly pop up to your friends' homes because you're supposed to be with your family.
And I feel like that's something that we miss in our Pacifica community, is that we have such emphasis on families that, the people that don't have families kind of fall through the cracks. Like,
it's a very rigid and particularly defined type of family and type of family setup. And if you don't fall into those guidelines, then it's what's wrong with you?
Something else I wanted to bring up was you were saying the over commercialization of Christmas, like how we were talking about with the business, how
you can sell anything for at any price in December, and people are going to buy it.
It's so disgusting, though. Like, I was just thinking about in New Zealand, they for the whole year, it's like a certain price. It's like $300, right, for a camera or whatever. And then come Christmas, it's like $370, but they say it's at like a 40% discount. And I'm like, ugh.
Supply and demand.
So I really appreciate people. I know this one lady. I really appreciate people who are able to buy their gifts like months in advance. That seems fiscally responsible.
I'm gonna come back to your question about families and how it's different for families. But there was this one lady who was weird on TV. I think maybe it was even on Twitter. She would steal stuff from her family throughout the year and then give it back to them for Christmas, gift wrapped. And they'd be like, "Oh, my purse! I've been looking for this." And she was like, "Ha ha ha! Merry Christmas!" And I was like, "All right, this shit is weird."
My god! But what about I saw that video on Twitter. The boyfriend wrapped like these boxes, and in the boxes she was opening the boxes, and in the boxes was like a piece of paper that would say light bill. And
Oh, I
he'd
saw
be
that
like-
one. But yeah, no, paid it. You haven't missed that all through the years. I paid the phone bill so you could talk to your bald-headed friends. Yeah. But then a lot of women responded to that and were like, "That's why I do for myself, so no man can ever hold this over me." And so yeah, it is kind of crap. But so just to talk about my families real quick, right? So the way is different. So like I said, so my Filipino family, we're small, so we gotta love hard. We gotta go bigger to make up. You know what I mean? Plus, it's been different since my dad's not there, right? My Spanish family, oh my God, we're so big. We're so big, it's insane. This has actually been one of the first small years. But normally, how Christmas is in the Bronx at my mom's house, my mother is one of 11, maybe 12. Everybody comes to my mom's house. All of my aunts and uncles, all of her siblings, and then all of their kids, and then all of their kids' kids. It's too many people to buy gifts for any one person. And so we do like a grab bag with a secret Santa, and there's music, and there's dancing, and there's lots of food and energy. And because I'm adopted, even though there's never a present for me, there's so much love and joy and happiness and community in the room. And I'm so happy and thankful to be a part of that I don't even give a fuck about the presents. I just have such a good time when I'm there. I'm like handing out the presents with the name on them from the bag, and I'm stuffing my face full of food that my mom's fried, right? And I love it, right?
Damn.
And then,
Damn.
and then I'm all dropping names. I'm gonna have to drop the Scottish Christmas. Is similar to that because so many aunts and uncles, and then all of us cousins, and it's like that's one thing I love. There's a lot of families that you only see each other funerals, but Scottish family, Irish family, like yo, it's not that. Like we are together all of the holidays and birthdays, and the houses rotate, and it's love, and we got traditions. They do as many family members as possible in the bathroom and like in one picture. And so they're all very different, but they're all very much Christmas. And to get to experience them this year, I still ain't get my cassava cake. Anyway, but to get to experience them this year with our family and our kids, it just made me appreciate our life so much more. And I think that's what the holidays is supposed to be about, appreciating your life and the people that you love. And that, sorry, not to go too long, but for me, that's what every single holiday has always been about, especially the New Year. One of the things, again, that I find burdensome is, as an adult, I don't want to have people in my life that I don't want to be around. I don't want to have people in my life that don't contribute positively to my life or that are toxic. And for me, it's always been rough because it's like, if you're single, you have control over that. There's no reason to keep anyone in your life you don't want. But you're also more prone to loneliness and not having your own family group. But then if you have a family group and you're attached to people, you have less control over having to have people in your life that you don't want in your life. Because even if it's easy for you, it's not easy for the people you love. And then you get stuck in these situations. But you're not lonely because you have the people you love. So either way, like, you got to compromise. The grass is not greener anywhere.
Yeah.
But I'm thankful that we are together and have each other for these holidays, because you are the people that I want to be around. And you are the people that I'm thankful to have and grow with. And to be back and have my sisters too, it just adds to that. It accentuates the flavor. It makes it so much better and stronger. Like, look at my beautiful family. I'm so happy and so thankful. Go ahead. Just talk.
So I think something I want to implement with our Christmases is less presents and more like I feel like something that I could have done growing up that wouldn't have been monetary is just like games and shit.
Yeah, so more activities,
like,
more games, more fun events.
Yeah.
That's actually super dope. Like, if there's games we only play on certain holidays. Yeah, it's crazy.
That'll be dope. Like, I think something, like this year, my sister she asked us to submit names. Like it's kind of like awards. So one was like the mosquito, I think, which is the most annoying in the family, and you privately submit. One was like the one who's always late, Space-Time Continuum,
which is all of you. But go ahead.
What? I'm never late.
Since we got married, you mean? Or?
I'm never late. Okay?
You literally used to wake up for work at like 8:40 every day, knowing you had to be to work at 9.
Anyway.
Okay.
Anyway.
I stay with the receipts.
All
Anyway.
right. The mosquito was you then. They have like Chatty Patty, like people like, it's just...
Yeah, no, so I got you, which is very Islander and could turn messed up really fast.
Okay, so out of my family, who do you think the pit bull is?
I'm not...
The pit bull is the alpha.
First, I'm not doing this. One.
Okay, what about your family?
Second, that game could go negative very easily.
What about your family? Pitbull, the
I'm
alpha.
not doing this. I'm not engaged
It's
in
you!
this. I know it's me, which is
So
why I'm
why
not
don't you
engaged
just
in
say
this.
it?
You see, fam? This is what I deal with.
You just said that you love to spend Christmas and holidays with me, and now you're like...
I do. And I love and appreciate you even while realizing and understanding that you are still you. You know what I mean? It's balance.
Anyway...
But no, I do. I think that's a really great idea. Something I never want to be. I never want to be that toxic old parent that like people feel miserable around.
Yeah.
Because that's not fun, and there's a lot of those, and what we've discussed that in Brown Parentings. But that's something again that comes up with the holidays.
Yeah. It's really rough. Nah, never mind. I was gonna name some toxic traits of...
Nah, it's okay. We'll keep it cheerful. So, next step, right?
Wait, what did you guys do on New Year's? What do you guys normally do on New Year's?
We don't really have any New Year's traditions. Like some people go to church, watch the ball drop, parties, drinks, stuff like that. See, I'm bougie. We know I'm bougie. So the things that I like to do for New Year's, like I want to get a tuxedo. I have my tuxedo, but I want to put on my tuxedo and I want to go to a ballroom event. Or I want to go to like a nice, on some Wayne family shit, go to a very nice black tie event to bring in the season or something like that. But now that we have kids, I want to be with the babies, right?
They can come. Put them in little ball gowns.
Yeah, little ball gowns. I would love that. And little nice shoes that hurt their feet. And they run around and be under tables and shit. Dope. I'm about that ball gown, black tie event life for New Year's.
Alright, so we put on our to-do list.
And I think that's a very great way to spend it. What's your New Year's tradition?
Our New Year's tradition is nothing. Normally we just, like... We don't do anything to bring in the New Year. Just on New Year's Day, we have a barbecue. Mm-hmm. Honestly, everything, like...
Barbecue.
Is a barbecue. Birthday's a barbecue. Easter, barbecue.
They
Labor
toss
Day,
another
barbecue.
shrimp on the Barbie. I couldn't help
and
myself.
And it's so funny because the barbecue is always, nearly always burnt. But anyway.
Which is funny because I always cook a dish for the barbecues, even though I don't go. And my dish gets eaten.
Yeah.
So even though I don't show up, I'm expected to make a dish regardless. I cook for birthdays. So here's the important question that I want to ask as we round this out. Right? What for you, and I'm not going to say New Year's resolution because I think those are stupid and people almost never stick to them. What is your goal? What is your desire? Something that you really want to change for the new year? Or something that you want to do differently or do better? Because 2019 is our year. We've said that already. But what do you...
You're asking me?
Yes. No, I'm asking them.
Sorry,
yes.
I think you're asking them.
No, I'm asking you.
A goal?
Mm-hmm.
A goal. Well, one thing I feel like would be a goal is for our business and stuff to really.
You are really bad at this. I love you.
And no. Okay, personal goal. So that's a business goal. Okay, personal goal for myself. I'm gonna go small, and I'm gonna drink more water.
Dope. For me personally, I intend to be fully financially independent and retired from working for other people by the end of 2019. That is my goal. Not within the next 6 months, honestly.
Well, now you make my goal look stink.
No, it's...
I'm joking. Mine is still a good goal.
And my personal goal is to help you with your sense of humor. But, okay. yours is still a very good goal, and you have a lot of very good goals. And so, yeah, I'm happy we got the Galladay episode done. Is there anything else you want to toss into that?
We hope you guys had a great Christmas.
We do. We hope you have a wonderful New Year's. We hope you get to spend it with people that you love. And we will be releasing a new episode. We're going to keep going like next Sunday. So yeah, we love you guys very much. Thank you again for your listenership. And we hope this has helped you to reflect on your Christmas traditions. If you have any traditions that you want to share, please hashtag us at Coco Alisa, on Twitter and IG, and let us know what you think. Thanks, everybody, and we'll talk to you soon.
We'll talk to you in the new year.
Bye.